The FIFA World Cup 1990 and West Germany are crowned world champions for a third time. 6 years later, and Oliver Bierhoff's golden goal makes the unified Germany European champions. But that success was masking problems.
After the World Cup in 1990, we thought of ourselves as a surefire success. Then reunification took place, and we were even stronger. Players like Sammer, Kirsten, Doll and Ton came to us, so we felt like we no longer needed to do anything.
I think between 1998 and 2000, German football could not get any further thinking that way. It was always believed that strength, commitment and physical attributes would keep opponents at bay. But other teams had made steps forward, and it was clear that we had to introduce new elements to the German game. So people at the German Federation and those that ran the league decided to change things, to improve training and produce more technically skilled players at a young level. In 2004, we changed the environment of the national team, with Jürgen Klinsmann coming in as coach. It became more professional, employing full-time coaches, a sports psychologist and specific fitness coaches.
He had a decisive role in developing the national team. Without Jürgen Klinsmann, we would never have developed the way we have. Even if he was only there for 2 years, he had the courage to go down a different route, to keep the pace high, integrate many new young players and play with a different style.
We changed the old way of working and took a new path. It was a good move. Little by little, it made a difference. In 2008 and 2010, we had young, technically skilled players coming through. They played for clubs that trusted them, that built their confidence. They gained match practice at a high level, which they could then bring to the national team.
2006 semi-final, 2008 final, 2010 semi-final, 2012 semi-final. Progress was visible, but the trophies weren't. Fast forward to the 2014 FIFA World Cup semi-final. A 7-1 annihilation of the host Brazil that will go down in football history.
No one would have ever dared to dream that could happen, but we knew that if we used our strengths as we could, then we would be able to beat Brazil, because Brazil's defence wasn't very stable. We couldn't really believe it though. During half-time I asked my assistant Hans Flick to pinch me, so that I could tell if this was real or just a dream. I made a point of closely watching all the players straight after that game, and particularly the day after. I wanted to see how they would cope with the success. I wanted to find out if there was any sense of superiority, arrogance or hubris. But I couldn't find any of that in our players. They said to me, "Coach, we haven't achieved anything yet. We failed before in the semi-final or final in recent years, but we want to be champions and win the tournament this time."
Mario Götze's extra-time winner was the completion of a project. After 24 years, Germany were champions of the world again.
To be standing in the stadium after the final whistle, knowing that you've just won the World Cup, just gives you an incredible feeling. Of course, I felt exhausted coming close so many times before, but to win it just gives me an amazing feeling I can take home, and one that'll probably never leave me.
For many of us, it was a 10-year project, not just for Miroslav Klose, Philipp Lahm or Per Mertesacker, but also for Joachim Löw and myself. It's great to be acknowledged for the work and all the preparation that went into winning this tournament.
No sooner had the celebrations died down than it was time to look forward once more to the European Championships of 2016.
There are always new challenges. You can't stand still, and we knew that it would be difficult after the World Cup. 3 important players left the team, Lahm, Mertesacker and Klose. This is something we needed to think about. At the same time, we've had a few injuries. And then, of course, the young players that aren't all that experienced need to learn how to deal with being world champions and having to meet such high expectations.
If we win the European Championship next year, it would mean a lot to all of us, to German football, to the players, the coaches and everyone involved. It would confirm the success of winning the World Cup was no accident. The Spanish are perhaps the role model for us. They won everything between 2008 and 2012. You can leave your imprint on an era, and that is always the goal.